Hello, this is Jacob here from Firebrand Astrology Tarot and Healing. This is a reading for the week of Monday, the 30th of October until Sunday, the 5th of November 2017. On Monday, we start off with Venus opposing Uranus in the signs of Libra and Aries. We have Jupiter and the Sun trining the Moon in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. That's a good day because we kind of still have the Libran energy because Mars and Venus are both in Libra, so we have the aspects of masculinity and femininity in the sign of Libra, which is all about balance. So for the next 10 days or so, while Venus is still in Libra, we will see more balance between those energies and what happens in terms of our day-to-day activities and stuff like that. We have the nodes that are moving backwards in the signs of Leo and Aquarius. And we have Saturn still in Sagittarius, hasn't finished up Sagittarius yet. Going to be there for a few more weeks before it moves into Capricorn. And obviously we have Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury all in Scorpio. So what does this mean? This kind of means we are dealing with a variety of energies. We're still kind of looking for balance and harmony in terms of what we're doing in our day-to-day lives, but we also are feeling quite intense and wanting to go deep into issues and stuff like that. And this weekend I've been on an NLP course, and we've kind of been exploring things like metaphors and meta levels and stuff like that, where every belief you have has levels to it. There's places in terms of where your belief is. Is it an identity issue? Is it a value? Is it a value thing? Is it a capability? Is it your environment and stuff like that? So we'll be going and wanting to go deeper into problems and issues that we're facing and trying to balance it out with the energy of Libra as well. And with Uranus being in the mix, it means with a whole lot of sweet things still will crop up out of the blue and stuff like that. Mercury is going to go into a quincunx with Uranus, which means that this is an antagonistic angle. So things might come up out of the blue while we are doing this deep work on ourselves, and the kind of intensity and stuff like that. Also, with all this energy in Scorpio, we're probably going to see financial issues in terms of bigger financial institutions and banks and building sites and other people's money and stuff like that come into focus. Also, for this week, don't be surprised if sex scandals make the news or are talked about quite prominently. I wouldn't be surprised if a politician somewhere in the world doesn't get his hands caught somewhere they shouldn't be, or her hands caught somewhere they shouldn't be. It's probably most likely to be a male, and I would imagine that there will be a lot more about the kind of whole issue of paedophilia and sexual abuse in the media, in terms of it being within media organisations such as film, television, newspapers, stuff like that. Definitely more people coming forward this week telling their stories, it breaking, the Corey guy, him perhaps getting a big sum of money from an unexpected source to make his films is kind of what I see happening this week. As we get into Wednesday, we are talking about now the moon is beginning to move into Aries, so it's going to go over, Uranus by Thursday or Friday. The moon's in Aries, moving towards Taurus, so we're moving towards a full moon. So things are going to build up in intensity as the week goes on. As the week goes on, things are going to build up in intensity in terms of kind of stuff being amped up a little bit. So I'm just looking at the chart every day. When we get to Thursday, the moon is going to start to oppose Venus. It would have opposed Mars on Wednesday, so that would have caused some antagonism, kind of Mars looking at the balance between the feminine and masculine. The moon being feminine in the masculine sign, we're probably going to see a bit of a kind of a battle or argument between those two sides of things, somewhere perhaps along the lines of the blokes drawing ranks in terms of the sexual predator stuff, the kind of sexual assaults, the kind of inappropriate sexual behaviour levelled mostly towards women. I think we're probably going to see the guys kind of closing ranks a little bit on this, and that causing antagonism. And we also have, the moon's going to briefly square Pluto, so it's really going to bring it up, just quickly for one day or a couple of hours on one day. It's going to be a lot of intensity around that. As we move into the weekend and Friday, we're building up towards the full moon. So on Friday, the moon has moved into Taurus. It's building up to a full moon. The full moon will be on Saturday in the UK time, either late Friday night or early Saturday morning in America. The moon will be full, and the moon would have it's going to oppose Jupiter, it's going to oppose the Sun. Later on, it's going to oppose Mercury. It would have crossed over Uranus, which would have brought stuff up. So it's going to be, and with Pluto still antagonistic angles towards kind of planets in Libra and Aries, there's still this kind of things being brought up again, and there's going to be still stuff hanging around finances and banks and money. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't some kind of financial losses announced or financial misdealings, Again, perhaps money's gone missing from the Treasury in America, or this money can't be accounted for, and it's going to kind of make the news, Yeah, so the moon will be full on Saturday, and it's going to be typical for the Scorpio, Taurus, wherever kind of 16 to wherever kind of 8 to 16 degrees Taurus, and Scorpio falls in your chart. There, the houses are going to be affected by the full moon. And as we come towards the end of the week on Sunday, the sun's going to be almost halfway through its transit through Scorpio. And in England, it's the 5th of November, which is the night of bonfire night, gunpowder and plot and all that malarkey, when someone tries to blow up the House of Commons and change the course of history. Moon moves into Gemini on Sunday. It begins a trine with Mars. That means there'll be more capacity for the masculine and feminine sides of things to start talking, and the kind of things to open to negotiation and talk and stuff like that. Mercury's going to be at the tested degree of Scorpio, so still there might be some last cutting remarks that come out before things can go into Sagittarius and things will start to improve in that respect. So that is the kind of the planetary entries of the week. And I'll just do a card from the Gods in Time, see what they say. You have to excuse the image. I'm going to have a studio made at some point, and things should be better in terms of image. So we have action. Okay. So while this is going on, Saturn is going to change into Capricorn in a few weeks' time. So We really need to be putting things into action and moving forwards where we can, in terms of all the stuff that's coming up and all these things that are going on in the world and for ourselves. It's about kind of action, moving forward, taking the power of four and kind of going forwards with that. Where you can in your life, where you need to make plans, you need to move forward. That's where you kind of need to put some of the energy and be mindful of that. And remember, every day I learn and grow to take me to the places my heart and soul wants to go. Every day I learn and grow to take me to the places my heart and soul wants to go. Every day I learn and grow to take me to the place my heart and soul wants to go. Thank you.